One thing I respect men for is how they honor themselves. And I know this is going to be very triggering for a lot of women, but just hear me out. I'm not mad at men for leaving when their women get sick. I'm not mad at men for planning their wife's funeral with the new girlfriend on the side. Like, we hear these things that men do. You know why I'm not mad at it? Because I have that same energy. Women don't like stuff like that because women don't honor themselves. Women will deal with men they're not attracted to. Women will entertain men to see if, they like them. Women don't honor themselves. And y'all give men too much grace for things that men have absolutely no grace to give you. Men don't sacrifice themselves the way women do. Men sacrifice themselves for their selfish reasons. Women do too, but their sacrifice of self, it takes away from them. Men sacrifice so they can get more of whatever it is that they want. I asked on Facebook about a year or two ago, how many women were in relationships with or sleeping with men they were not physically attracted to? And the comments went crazy. The DMs went crazy. And that's because women give men the grace that men don't give us. And women know these things. Y'all talk about, men leaving their wives who have terminal illness, or they show up at the funerals with their new girlfriend. And men are not as forgiving as women are, right? Men treat you like the rule until you prove that you're the exception. Women think men are the exception when most of them are the rule. And this is where the not all man, or you just ain't find the right man, or it's your attitude. Women will say these things, right? When you honor yourself, you will understand why others do the same. I was just talking to somebody. Well, it wasn't really a conversation. It was just me expressing how I respected the person for always honoring and protecting themselves. The person has said things to me, has demonstrated certain behaviors that they are always going to make sure they're all right. And I can't be mad at it because I'm going to be the same way. I'm not going to sleep with a man for years and years and years that I'm not attracted to. I don't like dad bods. So when you start getting a big stomach, I'm out of here. I'm not even going to give a man an opportunity that I don't even like his sneakers. I'm that vanity driven. I'm not even going to pay you any attention. I couldn't have a dating life. I couldn't like blind dates or dates. I couldn't do that. Because if a man showed up in Chelsea boots, I'm leaving. Right? So I totally respect why men will honor what makes them feel good. Women don't do that. Y'all are loyal to a fault. When you make certain decisions, right, you have to take what comes with those decisions. I know that men may be physically and sexually attracted to me. They may want to experience me, right? This is why I say men like the idea of me. They may want all of those things until I open my mouth. I know this. Men use women as a form of escape from life. You're not their equals. They don't really want to match wits with you. They may not want you to be dumb, but they don't want you to be as smart as them, right? A man doesn't want to go out in the world all day dealing with whatever men deal with, whether it be answering to other men or being dominated by other men, or whatever it is that goes on in the male world. than come home to somebody like me talking about male nature. Men don't want to hear that shit. And I'm perfectly aware of this. But this is the choice I made when I chose to fulfill my purpose, when I chose to do my life's work. Then men have to take a back seat. Men just come to me to be entertained, right? To be pleasured. Men don't come to me to build anything. This is something that I've come to terms with. And it's not because I'm unattractive or I'm overweight or any of these things. It's because men don't want to face themselves. Men are just like women. Men don't want to hear the truth. They only want to hear the truth about women and how it's going to be beneficial to them. Right? So I understand why a man may want to find a woman who is a little less edgy. I have a lot going on and it's triggering. Men don't come to me for that. So I can't expect for a man to invest too much into me. Right? Men don't come here to fill my holes, to pick up the slack or any of those things. Yeah, they'll help me out, lend a helping hand here or there. But my life is my own. I'm on my own. Right? So I'm not mad at men for operating in the same way. You only have one life, right? Women need to learn how to do the same thing. I don't want to deal with a sick man. I don't want to lay with an overweight man. I don't want to hear that you got gout, right? I don't care about your problems, right? I'm around men a lot, and I see a different side of men. Men leave their wives at home and they come, into spaces with women they're not attached to, and they want to, live some type of fantasy. There's a lot going on with men that when you see that side of them, it makes you want to honor yourself more because they're doing it. Most men are absolutely annoying to be around. They always want attention. Their energy alone is overbearing. It's annoying. Right? And so men do whatever they need to do to fulfill themselves. And if you do the same things, you won't be offended by someone else doing it. And I don't mean go deal with a bunch of men. Like, to me, men are not that interesting. I don't know how y'all having rosters of men. Like, men are not interesting at all. It's very rare that I'm impressed by a man. It's almost never happened. I can count on one hand when the amount of times I've been impressed by a man. So to have a roster is to deal with a bunch of men that I'm just sitting there being bored and annoyed by. Men will know that they're hurting you. Men will know that you're not pleased. Men will know that. Men will sleep with a woman that you know. Men will do all kind of foul shit in hopes that they never get caught. They're not thinking about how, or they may be, but it don't affect them enough where they won't carry on with the behaviors. Right? So for women to give men the grace that y'all give them, dealing with men you are not attracted to, which many of you are not even attracted to the man you're with. Men don't realize that. A lot of women are not attracted to you. They're with you for other reasons. Women look beyond looks. I'm not doing that. I'm not looking beyond the way a man dresses. I want to see what your shoes look like. I want to see how you dress. I want to see what you are outside of that, because shit like that will turn me off. I don't have the patience or tolerance for any of men's bullshit. None. Right? And I know that men don't have the tolerance or patience for me. It's what it is. Now, I can get over for a lot of things because I'm attractive, and men tend to look beyond certain things, or they think that they had the magic touch to change me. Right? This is why people will say, well, you need a man or you need to sleep with someone because you're so angry. To have a mind and to be opinionated is to be angry. A woman cannot have any of these things because it indicates anger and bitterness. So that's an indication that people don't really want to deal with competent women. Women say the same thing. Women know we have to be dumb in order to deal with men. We have to fragment ourselves in order to be with men, because men don't want to deal with their mirror, their reflection. This is why cheating back is so devastating to men. They can dish it, but they cannot take it. With being opinionated and, being able to express yourself and not placating to men. Because the thing, men don't mind you being verbal and opinionated as long as it doesn't apply to them. Right? As long as they're not affected by it, just like women. Right? So along with that, men will think that I'm bitter and this way because of my experiences with men. Men never been that important to me. So I don't have a lot of experience. When I meet a man, that's why I had 2 relationships in my life. When I meet a man, we go together. I don't have I don't have enough interest to invest in finding a man. Like, people will ask, what are you looking for in a man? Because people assume I'm looking for a man. People assume that there is no man in my life. I'm not looking for men. I've never looked for them. I don't have to. 1, I'm attractive. I don't have to look for men. 2, men are not fucking lost. No woman has to look for a man. Men have to look for women, right? So there's a lot that comes with being me, and men, for the most part, don't want to deal with that. Men will want to keep me around because of how my mind works and how I can advance them professionally. A man said that on TikTok. Right? We don't want to deal with women like you on a regular basis. They want to be with a man is to be inferior in some way. They don't want to. They will keep me around because I'm an asset to whatever they want to build. But to build a life in me, most men don't want that. It requires too much. Nobody wants to see their mirror all the time. Men and women alike. Y'all give men too much grace. Grace that they are not willing and will never give you.